Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Am I coming in okay? Hopefully I have this plugged in right. I always keep messing that up. All right, let's do this. How's it going, guys? Good afternoon. Welcome. This is this is hashtag TNT JoeFi, tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. Today is Monday, July 6th. Sorry, I had to check. And this is episode something something because I lost count. And this is also day something something in quarantine because I lost count. How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon to people in the US. Good morning or good evening to everyone else around the world. Hope everyone's doing well today. If you look behind me, I have this DHL package. I think most people who follow me know what's behind here, and I haven't touched it. I picked it up today. This actually shipped on Friday. It was supposed to be delivered on Friday. I am amazed at how quickly this came because I think I ordered it on Tuesday or Wednesday, and they said it came on Friday, but they said they rang the doorbell or they, but nothing ever rang. I just feel like they probably just whatever. But I went to pick it up today at DHL. I drove by O'Hare Airport. I picked it up, and I'm excited to crack it open and give you guys my thoughts on it, and we'll see. So my question to you guys though is, should I open this first, or should I talk about the rumor or the renders of the Pixel 5? Do you guys have a preference? I mean, typically I run the show, so like I'll pick and choose, but I was thinking of going over the Pixel 5 first and then opening this up. Or should I just go ahead and open it up right now? I'm waiting. No. You know what? I actually might talk about the Pixel 5 first and go through. Well, I don't know. I feel like I should just open it. Yeah, you guys are saying open it first. That's probably what I should do. I should just open it. Let me say hi to everybody. I see a bunch of you are coming in here already. So Levin was first in here. What's up, fam? What's going on, Levin? I read that you had a cookout, so hopefully your 4th of July went well. I did much of nothing this 4th of July. I believe a lot of people, kind of stayed in as well. But, cookout sounds good. I wish I could have done that as well. Deepak is in here. Hey, Jerome, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Deepak. How's it going? Nice to see you again. Ronaldo's in here too. Ronaldo. Sorry. What's up, everyone? What's going on, Ronaldo? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Big House Productions. Let's go. Where's that P40 Plus? It's right behind me. Big House. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Max Tech Studios is in here as well. How's it going, everyone? Max saying hi to everybody as well. Paul Hendricks is in here as well. Yeah, weirdly excited for the unboxing. Weirdly excited? Is it just because you really don't care for the phone, but you just want to have that unboxing experience anyway? Either way, thank you for coming. Paul, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you as usual. Max Tech, well, I already went through that. Woo woo. All right, let me go down here. Y2019 is here. Hi. Hey, Y, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. P40 Pro unboxing. Max Tech Studios is saying open it first. Okay, I'll open it first. Tech for Your Needs is in here as well. Hello, folks. How's it going, Tech for Your Needs? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Levin Williams with a $2 super chat, with that continued super chat. Levin Williams, thank you so much, man. Woohoo, P40 Plus, P40 Pro Plus, to be exact. Levin, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you guys so much, everybody. Always appreciate it. Thank you again. All right, let's do this. We already know what that looks like. That's the thing, is like I kind of do too, but because I don't watch a lot of like other tech reviews, I don't know much about the phone except from like what I've seen from the main site. So I'm still excited. Tech for Your Needs says open it, stop teasing us. I need to say hi to everybody. Vijay, please. I know I'm butchering it. I'm so sorry. Vijay Kumar, hey, what's going on? Nice to have you. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Team Varai, what's going on, man? At a 4-person birthday party right now, but dropping by to check in. Hi, everyone. Hey, Team Varai, welcome. Nice to have you again. All right. I know you guys are waiting, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open it. Hi, Jerome. Hey, Adrian, what's going on? Salute from Romania. Oh, I didn't know that's where you're from. Adrian, nice to see you again. I love your genuine phone reviews / opinions / videos. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Max giving a little shout out on his channel. New video possibly coming. There you go. Max, thanks for sharing. Vijay is saying first time here. Thanks with the good vibes emoji. Thank you for stopping by. So okay, let's go ahead. So yeah, okay, let me explain. I ordered this phone, I believe it was on Wednesday or Thursday, right? Wednesday or Thursday? No, Tuesday or Wednesday. Either way, DHL got this shipped here by Friday, but they didn't come to the door. I didn't hear the doorbell. And what I ended up doing is I just picked it up on Monday because Saturday was a holiday. Right? Saturday was a holiday. Yeah. So, but it came super fast. So for anyone who's wondering, I bought this from Wanda Mobile. And that was recommended by Grant. If you guys don't know who Grant is a great tech YouTuber. And Grant was like, hey, like maybe order from them. He's like, I've ordered from them before and they were pretty solid. So I did. And when I ordered it with free shipping. And it said 9 to 12 business days because I didn't pick the priority or whatever. And it still came super fast. For anyone who's wondering as well, I paid 1,040 pounds for it, right? Pounds. Yes, not euros, pounds, which comes out to right around $1,300 US. So I paid a pretty penny for it, and we'll go ahead and we'll open it up. So again, if you guys are, well, I mean, unless they're tricking me and it's not a P40 Pro Plus in here, but for the thing is too, Wanda Mobile, it's saying here that it's coming from Hong Kong. So I thought Wanda Mobile was a UK place. Is it for anyone? Has anyone ordered from Wanda Mobile? Is it UK or is it in China? Because the address here is showing China. So, all right. taking it out, it's actually wrapped up as well. So there's a bubble wrap around it. I wish I had another camera, but you know, I'm still like rocking like a 5-year-old like webcam. So I'm gonna here. I'll keep it up just so you guys can watch me struggle to open. It's taped. It shouldn't. Okay, I have scissors. Where am I? Oh, it's right here. You know these scissors? These scissors are made to actually cut carpet. I used it for like cutting up under the rug stuff. Anyway, not that you guys care. So here we go. Wow. This is a gigantic box. Jeez. So this is the Huawei P40 Pro Plus. For anyone who's wondering, I bought this in ceramic white. I always try to stay away from just the traditional black color. So I got the white. Oh, look, there's a, but this was not in the box. This is oh, it's a travel adapter. Okay. Oh, that's great. Because they knew I was buying it from the US. So I'm glad that they added that in there. Okay, awesome. That's really nice. I didn't even think they were going to do that. I thought it was just going to be the typical charger. So this box is not taped up at all. There's no tape. There's nothing. It's just, so maybe it's already used. No, hopefully not. So box looks really nice. It's weird because I really don't do unboxings, but doing it live is different. Because you kind of have that experience with me. So it says Huawei P40 Pro Plus, and it says here co-engineered with Leica. So for the camera. So this is the only way I'm going to be able to unbox it. So I can't just like set it on my table because I would want to show you guys. This is a very amateurish kind of. I feel like such a noob doing this. Anyway, here we go. So phone, right? We'll get to the phone in a second. Oh, wow. This is heavy. Oh my God, this is heavy. So I don't know, for anyone who knows, I prefer heavy phones. For me, I feel like, I know light phones are usually the way people go, but like when I have a phone that's heavy, that feels heavy in my hands, it feels premium. That's how I feel about it. I don't know how about other people, but like when I had the Essential phone, that's kind of how I felt as well, because it had also a ceramic back, which is what this is. This is a ceramic back in white. Wow, it's super heavy. Anyway, let's go through the box. Just and I haven't even watched any other unboxings, so I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure it's just the typical stuff. SIM ejector tool right here, right? And then, oh my God, this charger is gigantic. So this is obviously, I can't use this here in the States. What is the charge again for the P40 Pro Plus? Is it 40 watts? A 40 watt wired charge? Am I correct in saying that? I don't even think it says it here, does it? It says 18 watts. It's not 18, right? Isn't there a super fast charge? I don't know. Anyway, so I guess I can just use this with the travel adapter then, right? So wait, no? Yeah. No? I don't know. I'm going to read the comments later because I know all of you are probably going to roast me because I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with that. So oh, it comes with the earbuds. I had no idea. They look like earpods, really. Just your basic earbuds, not earpods. I'm guessing. And then USB cable, right? USB-A to USB-C, but that's about it. And then, oh, well, there's stuff in this box, I guess. So the box with the SIM ejector tool, there's stuff in there. So, oh, it comes with a case, a clear case. We'll just open that up real quick just so you guys can take a look. God, I don't do unboxings, but again, doing it live is different. It kind of just feels like we're all doing it together, you know? Clear, right? Something I'll never use. If you guys don't, you know, if you guys are just new to my channel or whatever, I don't use cases on any of my phones. I don't know. It's not for me. And then a really big quick start guide, and then a warranty card. And I think that's it. That's all that's in this phone. So, okay, Big House says use the adapter. Parth says 40 watts. I will get into the chat in a bit, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to like open all this up and give you guys the experience so you guys can see this with me. So it has like, you guys can't read that. This webcam is so bad. I should really upgrade my webcam. So it just talks about, so like back here, there's like a little chart that shows the SIM card and is that external storage also? So for anyone who doesn't know, this P40 Pro Plus has 512 gigs of internal storage. I have never had a phone with that much internal storage before, and that makes me happy. The one thing I've been complaining about on my iPhone 11 Pro is I only have 64 gigs of internal storage, and you know I paid $1,000 for that. And well, I mean, I guess if I paid more for the higher end iPhone 11 Pro, I would have had more storage. But yeah, $1,300 for this gave me 512 gigs of internal storage. So we'll go ahead. I'll try to do it in front of the microphone. I don't know if you guys really. I know people like to hear the sound, so I don't know. Oh wow, that is like a really glossy back. So to protect your consumer rights, keep the above label safe. So it's just your IMEI, but that feels really nice. That is a good feeling phone for sure. Like that, the heft, the weight to it, just obviously feels very premium off the bat. Again, guys, like I don't know much about this phone. I just know that it's top end and it has a lot of high end specs. I think the one thing that I was kind of bummed about was the fact that it only has one bottom firing speaker. But you can see here the sides are, you know, has like a chrome finish. I really like the white. I think it looks really good. And then you can see the chrome at the bottom, USB-C, and then there's a, that's not even focusing at all, is it? And then there's a, right here, tray. Is that for the SIM card? I'm going to have to check it out. And then get the power button or log button on the side here, and then the volume rockers right above it. But it is super heavy. When if I try to like hold this phone, oh my goodness, like, yeah, this P40 Pro Plus is so much heavier than my iPhone 11 Pro. And the iPhone 11 Pro is, you know, obviously a very premium feeling phone. But yeah, compared to the P40 Pro Plus, like this is just like, in terms of heft, it's like mammoth weighing. And we can't even compare it to the Pixel 4. This is just a very light phone. I mean, it's still premium feeling, don't get me wrong. It's very light when you compare it to something like the P40 Pro Plus. Obviously, the display is also like a lot bigger. So let's power this up. I got to show you guys. I'll just watch it from like Huawei, powered by Android. You guys can see my webcam now, huh? It actually sits on top of a shoebox. Don't take my hacks, guys. Did you guys hear that? I should have put that by the mic. I didn't know it was gonna. So, wow, that's a huge screen. So this is a 6.58-inch screen. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and share the specs here. Yeah, so this is let me make this screen bigger just to give you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you already know because, you know, people have made all these videos for it already, but a 6.58-inch display, rounded corners, design on the display, diagonal length, blah, blah, blah. So this is a 90 hertz frame refresh rate, and then 2640 by 1200. It's also IP68 dust and water resistant. It has a Kirin 995G processor in it. I've never used a Kirin processor before. This is all going to be new for me. And also using a phone with no Google services. Let's remember there are no Google services on here. So when it comes to Chrome or YouTube or Gmail or Google Maps or Google Keep or Sheets or Docs or all the things I use when it comes to Google, I will not have that. There are probably workarounds for that. I will probably use browser-based things in the meantime. But so what I'm going to do for people who don't know is probably for the first month or so, probably the first month, I am going to try to use it with no Google services at all and just try to like share my experience. Like, obviously I'm lucky, right? Because I have an iPhone 11 Pro. That is my primary, but this is going to switch to my primary. And I will use my iPhone 11 Pro as like a last minute resort or last ditch effort if I can't get what I need on this Huawei P40 Pro Plus. Because why would I pay $1,300 for this phone and not use it? Wow, that screen is, it's a like a completely just full screen display. And it's nice though, because like it does round on the edges there, but it's not like a full edge kind of thing. So we'll see. The one thing that annoys me, if you guys aren't aware, is getting accidental touches on my phone. That's the last thing I want to deal with, is accidental touches. And if I experience that, you will all be first to know, and I'll probably complain about that until I can't stop complaining about it. I'm just going through like, the typical stuff, terms of use. I'm not going to put a SIM card in right now. I'm going to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi. There's no haptic feedback. Why is there no haptic feedback right now? That's something that I think comes default. Does it not? Haptic feedback? As I was typing on the keyboard, there was no haptic feedback for it. Okay, so I'm now connected. So going to next, data and privacy. I gotta laugh about it because, the state Huawei's in right now with the US and whatever. So it's asking for Huawei ID. I have never used this before. Am I supposed to use Huawei ID, or can I skip that? So log in to your Huawei ID to use cloud, find my phone, app gallery, and more. Is there a way I can skip it? Forgot your password. So I'm going to skip this step for now. It actually gives you the option to skip that step if you'd like. So I'm going to skip that step. Leave without setting up a Huawei ID. You'll need a Huawei ID to use cloud, find my phone, wallet, health, and more. So I will probably, if I need it, I'm assuming I might, right? Because I'm not going to have Google stuff. I don't know. This is all new for me. So for anyone who has used a Huawei with no Google services, please feel free to chime in. I will get to chat in a bit. So I see Will. Lag City. What are you talking about, Will? Huawei. Will, what's going on? I will say hi to everybody else. So just please give me a second as I go through this. So this is asking for, or saying Huawei Mobile Services, and then HMS Core. Huawei Mobile Services Core provides basic services such as map, location, security features for apps on your device, Ad ID statistics. I'm disabling that. Says here, disable collection of ad ID statistics, because I just don't care to give anything that I don't need to. Personalized ads, I'm just going to disable it just to disable it. So it says there, disable personalized ads. Again, I'm just showing the phone feels really good, guys. Like, this is I haven't bought a phone this expensive ever. This is the most expensive phone I've ever bought is my iPhone 10, 10s, 11 Pro. $1,000 was my limit, and now $1,300 US or 1040 pounds or whatever with no Google apps on it is kind of crazy. But for the sake of the channel, and actually for the sake of the cameras, I would have not bought this phone had it not been for the cameras on the P40 Pro Plus. I don't know how good they are. Apparently they're amazing, and we're about to see. So it's asking now to set fingerprint ID and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to skip that for now. Enhanced services. Dear customer, says Emui provides a range of enhanced services that help you get the most from your device. I'm going to skip all this stuff for now until I can really figure out what all this is. The user experience improvement program, I'm going to do that later. Share analytics, I'm doing that. So this is typically how I set up almost all my phones. When people ask to share, what I usually turn all of it off unless I really, really need it. And if I do, then I'll go ahead and I'll enable it, but that's usually how I do it. So location services, for now, I'm just going to say later. I'm sure I'm going to enable it later, but what am I going to be using instead of Google Maps? Do I use, has Huawei figured, right? Wasn't Huawei working with TomTom? Have they done that? Or do I not what do I use for maps, guys? Do they have their own maps in here? Keep your software up to date. So I will enable and continue that. And then every time I have a phone, just FYI, I never move data from another device. I always set up as a new device. There's just something about starting fresh. God, this phone is so heavy. Like, it's such a good feeling. I like the heaviness of a phone. So new navigation gestures. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. So it says try gestures. So it says here, swipe inward from the left edge to go back. And then now it's saying swipe inward from the right edge. So you can go back on the left or the right. Oh, okay. And then like obviously swipe up from the bottom of the screen to go home. And that's where I'm at. Swipe up from the bottom to hold. So let me see if I can do it like that. Perfect. Why is the calculator app open? I don't know. And then finish. And then that's the phone. Oh man, this is going to be so weird not having Google services. Am I going to be watching YouTube on the browser here? Okay, so I have never used the Huawei phone like this before. I have never used the Huawei app gallery. For anyone that's used any of this, are there apps in here that are worthwhile using, or am I better off? So like, obviously I can't even use Android messages. Oh, that's weird. What about, okay, so I have really only used Google Chrome for the longest time. So am I better off using like Firefox, or is there something better now it's funny, I'm asking chat and I'm supposed to be the tech guy, but like really, this is how ingrained Google services is to me. I've been using Google services for so long that like I just use Chrome, I use Google Maps, I use Keep. And so now to switch to different things is going to be, I don't want to say a chore. I just want to see. I had a discussion a couple days ago, last week, about how Google has so much power in what they do. And maybe it'll be a good thing to see what else is available, see what other options are there. So I would love to hear your thoughts on a browser, maybe something than just like, there's a gallery app here, but maybe there's something, wow, I can't even use Google Photos. Oh my God, I'm so like, just think about this, guys. Think about how inundated you are with Google services. There has to be other options that are equally as good. Or am I wrong in saying that? Is there nothing better than what it has? Just to give you an FYI, these are what apps are in here. This is what the home screen looks like. Huawei App Gallery, themes, music, video, support, health, email, files, tools, optimizer, settings, gallery. And then there's a second page as well. And then calendar, clock, notepad, phone clone, and then just a couple other things. So I will give the stuff here a shot. We'll talk about it. I'm going to go into chat in a second here. I'm just kind of admiring the phone. Like it looks really good. I'm really, so it is definitely a tall phone, right? Like if we compare it to, here, hold on. Give me a second, guys. If we compare it to, the Pixel 4, I mean, look at how massive the P40 Pro Plus is compared to the Pixel 4. And then if we compare it to the iPhone 11 Pro, I mean, it is a tall phone. Width-wise, it seems like it's the same kind of width as the 11 Pro. I mean, I would have to double check, but like looking at both, it's definitely a tall phone, but it's not that it feels good in the hand. It feels good in the hand. And it definitely feels premium. It's heavier than my iPhone 11 Pro, and it's way heavier than my Pixel 4. But for me, like I've said, that heft is something that I enjoy. I like the bigger weight on a phone because to me, it just feels more premium at the end of the day. This white ceramic looks really good. And it's not a fingerprint magnet either. Like I'm putting my fingerprints on it now, and then my phone just made noise. Oh yeah, what's up? Why is there no haptic feedback? Let me take a look and see here. So because I'm actually wondering, the one thing that I always worry about on Android phones is how good their haptic feedback is. Because on the iPhones, the haptic feedback is always a premium experience. And I really haven't, I know that I think OnePlus has improved their haptic feedback, but how good is it really at this point? I know the Pixel is also better in terms of haptic feedback, but my iPhone 11 Pro still feels better. So I'm in sounds and vibration, and I don't, where is haptic feedback? I don't see it in here. So there's vibrate and silent mode, right? But why am I not getting haptic feedback for like the keyboard? All right, I'm gonna try to search for it because I'm not. So here, vibrate on touch. Okay, so it's a different. It's like in more sound settings, and it's yeah, so for some reason, vibrate on touch, which is right here, is disabled or not disabled, but it's auto. It's turned off when you first get the phone, which doesn't really make sense. Provide haptic feedback for touches and swipes. So let's. I'm just going to go ahead and just test it out, typing it on the keyboard, and there's still nothing, even though I turned it on. What? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just vibrate on touch. Vibrate on touch is on, and it's still. You would think that the haptic feedback would come up on the keyboard. I don't know. I'll take a look at it later. Let me get into chat here. It is kind of weird having the cameras, like that pill shaped on the top left. I've never had any. Well, I mean, I've had notches, right? So it's just instead of in the center, it's on the left. I guess that's something I'll have to get used to. But I think the one thing I'm going to do first is put this in like a dark mode. So then I'm not going to have to worry about this up top. I also think Huawei gives you the option of putting a bar. So you can have a bar on the top instead, and then it moves everything down. But we'll see. I'll mess around with it and give you guys my thoughts. This is going to be my daily driver now for at least this entire month of July, and if not longer. I am excited. So FYI, just for anybody who is new or who hasn't seen what I do, one of the big things that I like when it comes to phones is taking pictures on phones. So you guys are going to see a lot of camera comparisons with this, because the one thing I want to know is if this is a better camera than the iPhone 11 Pro. From what I've seen, from what I've read, it sounds like it is. It sounds like it's also better than the Pixel 4. I actually haven't been excited about a phone in a while. And again, I don't know what it is about having a phone with no Google services, but for some reason, I feel like having that painful moment of having no Google services seems like a challenge. I know that sounds reverse from like what I should be, saying. I should be upset or whatever, but I'm just like, no, let me take a break from Google and let me use this phone and like, let me give you guys the this phone feels really good. I'm not going to lie. It feels really good. I'm excited to use this camera. I will give you guys my thoughts. When I finally dig into it, I'm going to dig into a lot of it today. I don't know if this has a screen protector. It does. It has a screen protector in the front. I think. And I'm probably going to peel that off. Please don't get mad at me for doing that. I do that with all my phones because I do not care for any kind of screen protection. I don't know. But then again, I have that issue on my Pixel 4. It doesn't have a screen protector. And now that oleophobic coating is gone on it, and it just has all these smudges and it looks ugly and I can't remove it. So maybe I should just keep it on. What do you guys think? I don't like that feeling of like when you swipe on the edges and you kind of feel that screen protector on it. I don't know. We'll see. It looks good. I don't know. I'm excited, guys. Wait, what? Oh, this is just showing me different wallpapers. Look at that full screen though. Okay, let me get into chat. So let me scroll back up here. Let me say hi to everybody. There's a lot of you guys. Oh man, Mike with a $4.99 super chat. Mike, how's it going? What's going on? Jerome's Flex account. Actually, I mean, this is the whole reason that I unboxed it live, is because a lot of you guys help donate to help pay for, the Huawei P40 Pro Plus. So like without you guys, you guys help pay for it. So thank you guys so much. I will give you as much as I can when it comes to this phone. Any questions you have, please feel free to ask. I'll try to share with you, what I can. I know with this Kirin 990 processor, it isn't as fast as a Snapdragon 865, but I hear it's still top of the line. It's not as raw performance as the 865, but it's up there. But Mike, thank you for the super chat, man. I noticed you changed your name too. So Mike, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. All right, let me scroll back up here. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm gonna get to. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay, let me scroll back down. Max Tech Studios is asking, is that an eBay store? No. So Wanda Mobile, for Max was asking me earlier where I ordered the phone from, and Grant was the one who recommended to order it from Wanda Mobile, WondaMobile, and that's where I ordered it from. And it came in like 3 days. It came super, super fast, like surprisingly fast. Not something that I expected. Even when I ordered it, it said 9 to 12 business days, and it came in like 3 days. And it says on the return address from DHL, it says from China, from Hong Kong. And I thought Wanda Mobile's from the UK. So again, I'm gonna go through the chat here. Marcus is in here with the Birdman emoji. That is the perfect emoji for the unboxing. That's actually really good. Marcus, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Ronaldo also with the Birdman emoji. Big money move for sure. Okay, so let me go back down. Yeah, Max is asking if I'm going to be switching to the P40 Pro Plus. I am. This is going to be my daily driver. I'm going to be using this for all of my camera stuff now. Usually when I pull my camera out, it is for the iPhone 11 Pro, and that is not the case. I will be pulling out the P40 Pro Plus now as my daily, as the camera I'm going to be using with no Google services, and giving you guys all the feedback that I can with it and giving you my experience with it. So hopefully it'll be a good, just a good idea of how to live with a phone without Google. That's so weird. Part of me just can't get over that. Yeah, Team Rai says, in the words of Corner, I can't do that. I can't impersonate that. Parth is saying 40 watts. Parth, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Appreciate you stopping by. Max is saying, is that a 7-inch screen? 6.58 inch is what it says here. And it says EMUI 10.1. So it says here external memory support with an SD card up to 256 gigs. I'm surprised that it's only up to 256, but I'm also really surprised that a P40 Pro Plus, I didn't realize that it has external SD card support. That's nice to know. So also FYI, again, this has 8 gigs of RAM and it has 512 gigs of internal storage. I have never had a phone with that much storage before, internal storage. And I'm just going through the specs right now. 50 megapixel ultra vision camera. It says here wide angle with an f1.9 aperture with OIS, a 40 megapixel cinematic camera, ultra wide angle, f1.8, so very low apertures on both. An 8 megapixel super zoom camera with a 10 times optical zoom that has a 4.4 aperture. It also has optical image stabilization and an 8 megapixel telephoto camera. Says here 3 times optical zoom and a 2.4 aperture with also optical image stabilization. So it has OIS and AIS. The front camera is a 32 megapixel selfie camera with an f2.2 aperture and then also a depth camera. It records 4K, 60 frames per second video recording, 4,200 milliamp hour battery. It's weird because I'm reading these specs and I've read them before, but I haven't kept up. There's so many phones that I don't keep up with. So now that I have it, it's like gonna stay in my head. I'm gonna remember what these are because now it's gonna be my primary phone. So I should really know everything that this phone has. just reading everything else that it has on here. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious how good the speaker system is on here, since it only has one bottom firing speaker. I guess if anything to complain about would be that right off the top of the bat is why isn't it why didn't they put at least a tweeter up on the top, right? Where the earpiece is. The earpiece is up here, isn't it? Is it not? Is there not an no, there has to be an earpiece up here, right? Am I crazy? Okay, anyway, let me get back through chat. Big House is saying, sweet, you got the Glacier White. Yeah, there you go. Marcus says no case equals OG phone warrior. Jerome, I've been running no cases for the longest time. I remember when I worked with Android Police, they, I had to review cases. And so Android Police, they had deals with other manufacturers. So like they were Incipio and Spigen and all these other places were sending me cases. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like I'm like, yeah, I can give you a review, but like, I don't really use cases. So I run my phones naked. Even this $1,300 phone, I'm going to be running it naked. Will says, wow. Will, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Tectonic is here as well. Sweet. Tectonic, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Paul says next super chat goal, Jerome webcam fund. Here's the thing, Paul, is I was actually trying to look for a new webcam, but everything is sold out on Amazon. I just feel like everybody's trying to buy a webcam at this point. Everyone's trying to be a streamer. Nothing wrong with that. So let me see here. Let me scroll back down. Paul says, yeah, but Huawei uses a proprietary card for memory. That's why. Is that why that's why when it says where is this at? I'm going back up here for memory. If you guys look here at memory, it says here NM SD card. Do you see that? So is that what this is? This is a proprietary card. That's interesting. I mean, I probably wouldn't be using one anyway with 512 gigs of internal storage, but that's kind of a bummer. Why would they do that? It's just not something that I would have expected, but does anyone else use a proprietary SD card? That's weird, isn't it? Why would they do that? Six is in here. That's what she said. Six, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. Team Bryce says, interesting that they kept the powered by Android loading and screen. That's true too. Sean is in here. What up, Jerome? I see you got the big boy. Yeah, I do. I'm really excited to use it. I still cannot get over how hefty this phone is. I'm excited. I'm not going to lie. Let's see here. Deepak says, in fact, it runs Android at its core, but no GMS, but HMS. Okay. So that's what they're doing instead. They have their own, however it works, HMS. I gotcha. Big House says, you're going to love the Kirin processor. I can't wait to use it. Yeah. Sean is saying you can flash Google software on the P40 Pro. One thing I can say is I rather get spied by the Chinese than the US. I feel like you're not the only one that would say something like that. And it's funny because I've had this discussion many times now, or at least the way I think about it is, why just Huawei? Why not everyone else? What about Facebook? What about like all the other, look at what happened with incognito mode with Google. There's just, the way I feel about it is there might be some other things that are happening. Some either like a backdoor deal went bad or whatever, and now they're punishing Huawei. But I could be wrong. No, none of us know for sure really what the case is when it comes to Huawei. And you guys have seen the news for that too, right? With the Kirin processor. Apparently next year, Huawei won't be using a Kirin processor because the US is taking that away from them as well, or they're cutting ties, or they can't use them. I can't remember. I have to look into that. Javier, what's going on, Javier? Nice to see you in here. Looks like you've been a busy bee. I have been, man. 2 channels, 2 new, or this channel, my other channel, and then now I'm streaming on another channel as well. I have a bunch of clients I do work for. A lot of stuff's been going on, man. Javier, nice to see you, man. I've got a OnePlus 8 Pro coming my way and seeing how that will work with software and camera. Let me know. Keep me updated, Javier. Nice to see you in the stream. You need Huawei ID for app stuff in the future. Thank you. I probably will have to do that then. I'll share that as well. There are videos to put Google on there so you can install Google services. Yeah. And like Sean was saying as well, you can. Grant actually showed me a link where people have put Google services on there. And I plan to do that as like very far down the road. But for now, I really just want to try to use this phone without Google. I think the only thing that I might use is trying to use YouTube, because I feel like that's the only thing that I really want immediately from Google services or anything is just YouTube, because I watch YouTube more than anything else. But yeah, Javier says the ID is really for the app gallery and downloading applications to your device mainly, and security. Thank you. Tana, what's going on, Tana? How's it going? Nice Bulls hat, bro. Thank you. These are the BMO hats. The ones that you get from Chicago artists during Bulls games. They're like collectors. I have so many of them, Tana. But yeah, thank you so much, Tana. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Kyle says you're going to be blown away by the camera and can't wait to see your first camera video against the Pixel, iPhone 11, and hopefully the 12 in the future. Yes, all of those are going to come. Just an FYI, since all of you are in here right now, the first camera comparison test I'm going to do is with the Pixel 4. Hopefully I'm going to try to get some shots today, but I also have work to do after this. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but believe me, the camera comparisons for the P40 Pro Plus are coming. I got to get everything, set. So Big House Production says it's a beast, looks better than the Galaxy S20 Ultra in my opinion. I wish I had an S20 Ultra to compare it to, but it feels really good, man. Like I can't get over how hefty this phone is. I know I've said it like a million times, but I really like the weight of that phone. The thing with the Essential, even though the Essential was a heavy phone, I felt like, so it's weird. This feels a lot more premium than the Essential that I had, because in a lot of ways, the Essential kind of had a gritty feel to it on the corners. I don't know if anyone's had an Essential, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like it didn't feel like finished on the edges here, but this honestly feels like a heavier version of an iPhone. That's what it feels like to me. That's what this quality feels like. Maybe this is similar to weight on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I would actually have to look and see the specs to give that impression. Anyway, let me get back down here. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Sean says use Opera or Brave. Is there one that's better than the other? You know what? I'll take a look at both. Thank you for giving me both options. Daniel's in here. What's going on, Daniel? New phone. Yep. $1,300 phone, Daniel. So spend that money on that. Six says, Sean is saying Brave is dope. I'll take a look. Enter Morgan Freeman voice. It was at this moment, Jerome. We don't know. I want to give you guys a good review on this, and we'll go over it. Thank you, Six. I use DuckDuckGo. You know what? I just learned that DuckDuckGo is owned by Verizon. Is that right? Am I right in saying that? I had no idea that DuckDuckGo is owned by Verizon. I got to see what else is out there, but thank you guys for sharing all that stuff. Kyle is saying GN Tech has a video on how to get Google Play on the P40. I will take a look at that. Again, it's not something I'm looking to do immediately. I want to try to use this phone without Google services at first. Just so I can get the full experience of what Huawei actually has to offer. Okay, so Deepak says for navigation, try Waze. Actually, that's a great idea. I forgot about Waze. I don't know how I forgot about that. Pygmalion Facibat. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Pygmalion, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I don't know if I've seen you in here before. So now we know Google/Android has the same extreme ecosystem we depend on as the Apple ecosystem. Without Google, we are screwed. And that's the thing, is like, should it be that way? Should it be that way, or should there be more competition out there? That's another question, really, is why should one company have all of that power under everything in terms of its ecosystem? I'm not saying that's how it should be, but I just sometimes it makes me wonder, is all that power under one company really the best thing to have? I don't know. Kyle says DuckDuckGo for browser. Thank you guys for sharing all of that info. Deepak says for mail, Aqua Mail or Blue Mail. Guys, thank you so much. Because see, this is how dependent I've been on Google. I've never heard of Aqua Mail or Blue Mail. I've heard of Opera. I've heard of Brave, I think. I've heard of DuckDuckGo, but like I haven't used anything but Gmail for the longest time. So it's crazy to just try something new. Hackney Man, welcome, man. How's it going? So technically, is it an Android if it doesn't have Google services? Looks sweet though. I mean, I guess down to its skeleton, to its bones, it's Android. But I guess as far as like the framework and everything, yeah, I don't know. That's actually a good question, or a good point to bring up. Okay, so let me go here. Pygmalion says, I once wanted to have a Huawei phone as my next phone, but without Google, it's unfortunately a deal breaker. And I feel like it's a deal breaker for many people, many people. I'm sure I'm going to have similar sentiments as I start using this phone daily, but we'll see. Even if Huawei hardware is extremely good. Yeah. And Pygmalion, I wouldn't have bought this phone if not for the camera. It's the only reason I bought this phone. But actually having a ceramic back and having all of these other like pluses to the Huawei phone was, I guess, icing on the cake. Obviously, it doesn't have Google services on it. So how much icing on the cake is there really to have? But again, we'll see. We'll see. Hackney Man says, one thing I liked about the 11 Pro is not relying on Google apps, maps, mail, browser, notes. Just wasn't a massive fan of iOS. That's a fair enough point. And see, that's the thing. When I use my iPhone 11 Pro, I don't use the Notes app. I don't use the Mail app. I don't use their maps. I don't use their browser. I immediately switch everything to Google. And yeah, maybe it's time to just change and just see what else is out there. I mean, if anything, it's a good experiment to see how I can live without a Google phone. And maybe what I'll do is I'll have a higher production video about that. I think that would be some good content. I think. So Big House says you'll get used to it. Dark mode is life. Yeah, that's usually how I roll. Dark mode. I see, God, there's so many chats. Okay. Mike says Firefox is good. Deepak also says, thank you, Mike. When you get an iPhone, you get 2 app services in one package, iOS services and Google services. That's actually a really good point. And then you have the option to use both. Actually, that's a good point that Will makes a lot. Will is like, why would anyone buy an Android phone when you can just buy an iOS and you get the best of both worlds? You can use iOS or you can use Google. That is a really good point. And then when you get a Huawei, you can use neither. Oh my God, that's crazy. You can use none of them on this Huawei phone. I mean, you can if you hack your way around it, but you guys know what I'm saying. Okay. You guys are telling me to keep it on for now as far as the screen protector, keep it on or get a tempered glass. Yeah, that's I appreciate the advice. Thank you. I'll flip a coin. What are you talking about, Tana? I'm sorry. I know that like I've gone through, and Tana with the super chat. Tana, thank you, man. Starting the iPhone 12 fun for you early. Let's go. Thank you, Tana. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I didn't realize there would be such a gathering for an unboxing for a phone that's already been out for a while, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate you guys coming here just to see my opinion and giving you my thoughts on it. Parth says, my roommate has a P40 Pro and the camera on it really makes me jealous. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the camera is so good on this phone that I cannot pry myself away from it. That's what I want. So honestly, that is what I want out of this. Again, you guys know that camera is one of my top priorities on a phone, but then again, so is vanilla Android. So we'll see how this goes. But I really want this camera to blow me away so I can just be like, nope, this is the phone I have to carry because I got to use the camera on it. It is my go-to, but we'll see. We'll see. If you were surprised by night sight, this thing is going to give you a heart attack. Thank you, Parth. Thank you for sharing that because that makes me excited. It really does. Like, I think the one thing I'm going to love the most is doing night shots on this and giving you guys know I love to just make those kind of camera comparisons. So like, look forward to that. Try taking a photo in no light at all. And I'll do that. Against my Pixel 4 as well and my iPhone 11 Pro. So thank you. Thank you. Y says, do you have the SE? I had the SE. I returned it. One of the reasons I returned it is because I have an iPhone 11 Pro, and why do I really need an SE? Especially after using the battery, I was like, I'll keep my 11 Pro. If so, could you compare it to the P40 Pro Plus? I mean, if I had one, I would, but like, I think you know what to expect, right? I mean, I have the iPhone 11 Pro, so you'll get to see how that works. Anyway, whatever phones I get, I will compare the P40 Pro Plus to. Every new phone I buy from here on out, the P40 Pro Plus will be a big comparison as long as that camera really is up to par. I'm guessing it will be. So Deepak says, I know you will enjoy this beautiful flagship. I can't wait. I'm really excited to test it out. Saksham, hey, Saksham Tawari, welcome, man. Jerome, my man, nice phone you've got yourself. Thank you. I'm really excited. I feel like you guys are excited that I have the phone as well. So thank you. Thank you. Paul says, no, that info's wrong. No SD, but some weird Huawei format. So it's not even an SD card. It's just some different kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when Sony had the memory stick and that was its own physical SD card or whatever. So I'm guessing it's like that then, Paul. That's crazy. I'm not going to buy one of those. There's no way. Crosswhite 17. Hey, Crosswhite 17, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I don't think it takes standard SD cards like Paul was saying. Thank you, Crosswhite. I think Huawei has its own memory cards. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Not that I was going to try one anyway, but appreciate you sharing that info. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Saksham was saying, yeah, they have their own proprietary nano memory card. Tana says, oh wow, in crappio cases. I know nothing about cases. I don't even know what's really good or not good at this point. Paul says, no, I think it has that ultrasonic sound system. The screen vibrates for sound. I'll take a look at that. I see. I don't know anything about that. Big House is saying no ear speaker. They may be using the vibration for sound under the screen, a la LGG8. Thank you, guys. See, all this stuff I don't know. All this stuff. Yeah. Parth is saying it vibrates the screen to produce sound. Thank you. Mike says, this is my work Google account watching from my work phone, 1+6 large and in charge. Okay, Mike, I gotcha. Thank you for sharing. Parth says ZTE is banned too. They are. That's right. They are banned as well. Huawei and ZTE. But I feel like Huawei is the one that's taking the most flack out of any company at this point. But yeah, you're right. So thank you. Hackney Man says, anyone see the Pixel 5 leaks? Hackney Man, before I end the stream today, that is the one story I'm going to go over. Before we finish this stream, I didn't realize this was going to take an hour just going through the comments and everything. But it's a pretty good stream to go through this. I didn't really think it was going to take that long. Yeah, Big House is saying if Huawei goes MediaTek, sales will plummet, and that's a story that I read about last week. Is if Huawei cannot use Kirin chipsets anymore, it feels like that is who they're going to end up going to. Instead of a Kirin chipset in here, they might just have to go with MediaTek. So does that mean I have the very last high-end Kirin chipset that Huawei is going to produce? I don't know. Yeah, Big House says, yes, still have my essential phone, great build, ceramic. Hackney's also saying, duck, duck, go. Brian is in here. Brian, what's going on? I made it. Welcome, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, see, Daniel is saying, didn't Google buy Waze at some point? And I thought they did. Didn't the deal fall through? I think the deal fell through. So Waze is still its own thing. So maybe that'll be the first app I download on this Huawei P40 Pro Plus is Waze. Brian with the $2 super chat, got to start the new fun fund. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the continued support. Like always appreciate it, man. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you being in here. Okay, Deepak says, Jerome, I have one suggestion. Forget about Google Apps and just use that monster. Yeah, no, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I am really just going to try to forget about Google at this point and just try to use this P40 Pro Plus as they have made it and see how I fare with it. And then just try to share that experience with you guys. Maybe what I'll do every day on stream is give you an update on how I'm feeling about the phone. And then maybe I'll take all of those feelings and put it into like one higher end production video. And then just, continue with that. So let's see here. Deepak P. Hey, Deepak P, welcome. Does the Snapdragon 865 Plus really exist? Apparently, it does exist. I don't think there's any like final word on it, but apparently it's going to be used in the next Note 20. Right? Note 20 Ultra or whatever, and then a couple other phones, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the phones, but yes, I believe a Snapdragon 865 Plus does exist or will exist, and it will be coming out. Mauricio, what's going on? Mauricio Salazar Rosas. Hi, enjoy the P40 Pro. Thank you, Mauricio. The night mode received an update. Oh, that's good to know, but many times the automatic mode works better. Compare them. Thank you. I will you know what? That's what I've heard too. I think I've read or I've seen that even if you don't use night mode on the P40 Pro Plus, it's that good that just the auto mode, if you don't turn night mode on, still comes out with a better shot. Like, is night mode really that good on here that you don't have to turn night mode on? Makes me wonder why even just I don't know. We'll see. Thank you, Mauricio. Welcome to the stream. John is in here as well. Are Huawei phones getting Android 11? Actually, John, that's a really good question. I have no idea. If someone can chime in, that's a good question to ask because I have no idea. John, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Grant is in here as well. All right, the big boy is here. Yes, it is. It's funny. I wore this white hat just for. I actually forgot. I didn't realize that. I feel like I'm matching with my phone today, so like all white. Grant says, need to watch the replay for the unboxing. Please do, Grant. Grant, welcome, man. I had mentioned you many times already. You're the one that recommended where to get this phone. People were asking. I had mentioned that, you were the one that recommended the place, and it came super fast, way faster than I expected. So I'm really excited to use it. But Grant, welcome, man. I see Everything Samsung Pro here, which is that's a great name. I like that. Everything Samsung Pro. Hey, Everything Samsung Pro. Welcome to the stream. I've never seen you in here before, I'm pretty sure. So welcome. Appreciate you joining. Big House says the Ring K Fusion X case will look good on that P40 Plus. I can almost guarantee you, Big House, I will not be buying a case for this phone, just like I have never bought a case for any of my other phones except like back in the day. So yeah, I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe. Yeah, Deepak is even saying I really love the Rinky cases. Sean with the support, smash the like button. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, man. Parth is saying auto mode is better than night mode on the P30 Pro, as well as night mode is better in situation with neon lights. That's good to know. Thank you for sharing that as well. I will definitely keep that in mind when I start doing these camera comparisons. Farad, I don't think I've seen you here either. Farad Tehran, welcome to the stream. Is there any chance that Huawei will get Google system? Maybe in the future, but they gotta like either, I don't know what Huawei in the US are. I mean, they're fussing about national threats and security or whatever, but who knows if they're ever going to get that resolved, Farad. I have no idea. And in the meantime, I think it's best to just say, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath that Huawei will ever get Google back. But you never know. But for now, again, I'm going to try to use this phone without any kind of Google services and give you guys my thoughts on it. Okay, so let me scroll back down. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Thank you. I got through everything. So let's see here. Deepak says the new EMUI 11 update will run on Android 11. Thank you, Deepak, for sharing that. Can you check your EMUI version? Sure, I'll check it right now. What am I? I'm on this wallpaper mode. How do I get out of this wallpaper mode, guys? I don't know how to use a phone. There we go. Okay, so let me go to EMUI. So right now it says here EMUI, if you can see that, is it's right. I'm trying to point 10.1.0.132. So I'm sure I'll have to upgrade it, but it says here, so it says RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, right? Kirin 995G. So the last update shows here as May 1, 2020. So it's not that, oh, okay. It seems like it's pretty updated then at this point. And I think that's about it. That's all I have to share with you guys that's showing on here. Android version 10, EMUI version 10.1.0. 512 gigs of internal storage, and it says right now, if I don't know if you guys can't probably see that, but it says 496 gigs of internal storage is on here. I'm going to take so many pictures and so many videos on this. I can't wait. As soon as I get off this stream, I have other work to do right now, but like, I'm just going to play with this phone pretty much all night. I'm pretty sure. So, okay, guys, let me get back in chat here. Deepak says, I think EMUI 11 is coming on Q3 of 2020. Thank you for sharing that. Let me see here. Vijay is saying, how's Kirin compared to Snapdragon? I mean, I've barely used it, Vijay, so like I have no idea. So like I was saying earlier, the Kirin 990, as far as benchmark numbers on it, it is still not as fast as a Snapdragon 865. So it still isn't up there in terms of raw performance, but I really don't think most people are going to notice. I mean, I might, but I doubt it. We'll see. I think at the end of the day, it's still a really high performing phone with a really high chipset. And I really don't think I'm going to have much complaints, but we'll see when I start using it, and I'll give you guys my impression. So, okay. Big House says, throw that dark mode on that screen. I will. I'm not going to do it right now because we are way past that hour and I want to talk about the Pixel 5 before we end our show today. Levin says it'll take you a long time to fill that up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll see how long. That's going to take a while. I just feel like I should buy all phones now with 512 gigs of internal storage and I'll never have to complain. Deepak says, Jerome, is it dual SIM? I don't think it's dual SIM. For anyone in chat, can you share if it is? Actually, I'm looking now at the specs here. I have it here, so let me pull this up so we can all take a look at it. As far as dual SIM, I don't think it is. I think it's just. Sorry, I'm just looking. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, in the dual SIM version. So I don't know if it's a dual SIM version. I have no idea. So look, it says here though, for anyone who's wondering, Huawei P40 Pro Plus does not support eSIM, just an FYI. But it says here in the dual SIM version. So which one do I have? Either card slot can be set to accommodate the primary or secondary SIM card. Functions available on the live network depend on the situations of carrier. I'm like physically trying to get this SIM ejector tool out so I can actually test and see if it uses dual SIM. I don't want to break the. I will check later. I'll check later. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Daniel says there's so much space you might even be able to smuggle national security secrets on it. That's why they're giving everyone 512 gigs of internal storage, Daniel, so nobody ever deletes their stuff on it and they can spy on everything. I like that comment. That's a good comment. Okay, so that is it for the unboxing, guys. I hope that was enjoyable for that hour. I do want to talk about the Pixel 5 before we close things off today. Grant says yours should be dual SIM since that's what Wanda Mobile is selling. Thank you, Grant. I will double check, but I pretty much believe what you say. So like I'm taking that. I'm taking that for not for granted. I'm taking that as scripture. Marcus says, I hope that the next Pixel doesn't ditch the face unlock off, but rather improve the tech. I mean, I would love to see that as well, but they would really need to improve that to have that feature. I think it seems like Google doesn't know what the people argued against this phone. The battery, good phone though. Yeah. So, okay, really quick before I switch over, for anybody who's in the chat, please do me a favor, hit that like button. I know that sounds really cheesy and I hate saying that, but liking the stream helps me algorithmically. What I'm trying to say is I think it helps people find the stream, helps people talk and chat and have a conversation. So please, if you get a chance, hit that like button. If you are not a subscriber, I do stream Mondays through Fridays every day at 2 p.m. Central. So please consider being a subscriber to the channel. I would really appreciate it. That support is more than appreciated. It's very meaningful. And again, I thank you guys. And really quick, if you guys are in the chat, you notice people with green in their names, you see a red Chicago star, they're using custom emoji. That is because they are part of the Phone Jerome fam. And you could be one too for as little as 99 cents a month. All you got to do is click that join button. I know I sound like a salesman and I'm sorry. It's just, yeah. Anyway, you can be part of that fam too. Trust me, it's, you know, there are a lot of perks to it. You get the green in your name, you get the red Chicago star next to your name, you get to use custom emoji, and you will also get your name in every single intro and outro to my live streams. Again, all you got to do is click that blue join button. If you can't find it, you can go to youtube.com/phonejerome/join. And that is the last time I talk about that on today's stream, because again, it's just the little marketing thing that I give. But before we close off for today, guys, I want to talk about the Pixel 5. Let's talk about the Pixel 5. I want to give you my thoughts on it. I haven't really had a chance to go through this story, but when it comes to the Pixel 5, this article from Android Authority says these Google Pixel 5 renders don't seem legit, but we're keeping an open mind. And it made me think when I saw at least the little bit of this Pixel 5 render. So some of the first Google Pixel 5 renders we've seen just hit the web. The renders come from an unproven source and could very likely be incorrect. If they are correct, though, the Pixel 5 could simply be a souped up Pixel 4a. Let me give you my thoughts on that entire statement. The one thing that we were worried about is the fact that the Google Pixel 4a might not be coming anytime soon. The fear is there are rumors that the Pixel 4a might be coming out in October, right? Which is a little weird to me that they would wait all the way until October to release the Pixel 4a, because why not release it now? Here's the thing. If you saw the renders for this Pixel 5, let me try to, I hate that it shows things I've watched here. But if you've seen the renders for this Pixel 5, I'm going to mute this here. This Pixel 5, right, looks like the Pixel 4a with no, and like Marcus was saying, there's no Soli sensor on the top, so no face unlock. And instead, there's a rear fingerprint reader. There is the punch hole or hole punch on the top left. And this is very reminiscent. You know what I hate about this, though, is that face on here, this thing. But so maybe there is a chance that the Pixel 4a will come out in October because it's very similar to the Pixel 5. And it might align with what they're trying to do. Now, don't take that. Again, they're saying that this Pixel 5 might not even be what the Pixel 5 looks like, but if the Pixel 5 has a fingerprint reader, because why wouldn't they put a fingerprint reader, especially right now, especially because everyone's wearing masks? Maybe face unlock isn't the best thing right now. And maybe having that rear fingerprint reader that Google is so good at doing, they have a really good fingerprint reader that's good with security. Maybe this is the best move that they can do. The one thing about my Pixel 4 is, yes, face unlock is much better than it originally was. It works a lot better than it has since I got it in its inception. Now I use Chase, right? I use the Chase app, and Chase now has face unlock on it, right? Which is great. I'm glad that they added it 6 months later. No, wait, not even 6 months later. How long has it been? I'm doing math in my head. 8 months later? I think it was June. It was late June when I got Chase on here. I got this phone in October, so longer than 8 months, like 9 months. 8 months, whatever. It's been a long time. Here's the thing. I also use the Capital One app. My iPhone 11 Pro can unlock my Capital One app with my face. I still can't do that on my Pixel 4. So they're still so far behind when it comes, and it's not just Google's fault, but you know, the third-party apps are still not even working with all of the apps yet, or they're not working with Google to get these things working. So it's not even, I don't know. So here's the thing. If the Pixel 5 is going to have this very similar look, right? If this Pixel 5 is going to have a very similar look to the Pixel 4a, in my head, it makes sense that they would release it in October. Do I want them to release it in October? No. That's the last thing I want. I don't want them to release it in October. If it was up to me, they would release it yesterday. The other day, last month, they would have released it in May of 2020. But I can understand if they're trying to hold off because they want the Pixel 4a to look like the Pixel 5. And now they have this family of phones like iPhone does that shows their low end and whatever. But would you call it a Pixel 4a? It just doesn't sound like the right name now. Would that, but I mean, calling it a Pixel 5a doesn't make much sense either, because now you just completely skip the 4. You have the 3a and then the 5a and then nothing in between. So I don't know. I think at the end of the day, all of us are very confused about what Google is doing. So let's read this article. I haven't really read it, so let's kind of just get into it. We're still waiting on the 4a to see a proper launch, but that won't stop the rumor mill from churning out new leaks related to the Pixel 5. Today, phone accessory store Pig2, I don't know if I said that right, published what it claims are leaked CAD-based renders of the Pixel 5, which we've mirrored below. Before you dive down and start checking things out for yourself, let us be upfront. We're very skeptical about the authenticity of these leaks. We'll talk more about why we're skeptical later in this article, but we just wanted to throw that out there right at the start. Without further ado, here are the Google Pixel 5 renders. We already went through them because I can't help myself. Here are a couple other renders, like in photo format as well, just in case you want to see it. And it looks so much like a Pixel 4a. I don't know if this is going to be, obviously it's going to have better cameras, probably a better battery, Hopefully it's going to have better build material. Maybe it'll be a little more heavier, like my Huawei P40 Pro Plus that feels very good in the hand. The first thing you'll likely notice with the 5 renders above is that they make the device look a heck of a lot like the Google Pixel 4a. The dual lens camera module is a dead ringer for the one on the Google Pixel 4 for sure, but the rear mounted fingerprint scanner, right? And you know what? I see these exclamation points and question marks, but I think Google has a good fingerprint reader. I think having a fingerprint reader in the rear with the ability to swipe down, you guys have seen me do this many times, was one of my favorite things on a Google Pixel 3, and I sorely miss that on my 4. And the solitary selfie camera housed in a left aligned display, just like here, like the Pixel 4a, is what we've seen on the 4a leaks. If you combine these renders with the prevailing idea that the 5 could ship with a mid-range chipset, you don't get anything close to a flagship phone. As far as we're concerned, this looks like a souped-up 4a rather than a real follow-up to the Pixel 4. Just for those that might not know, if you're new to the tech world, the Pixel 4a is rumored to have a Snapdragon 730 chipset. The Pixel 5 is rumored to have a Snapdragon 765 chipset. The 765 chipset is not the highest end chipset right now. It's the 865, and soon apparently it's going to be the 865 plus, and they're already talking about the successor, which is the 875, which will probably come out in Q1 of 2021. But as far as the differences between a Snapdragon 730 and a 765, I think, yeah, the 765 is going to be better in terms of like raw performance power, but by how much, I really don't know. So I can understand why they're a little skeptical about why both of these phones would be releasing that similarly, because why would you buy a 5 then if the 4a is going to be that similar? But maybe Google has a trick up their sleeve if this is really what they're going to be doing. Okay. So, however, we're skeptical of the validity of these Google Pixel 5 renders. Let's explain. These renders might not be legit. Here at Android Authority, we take great care to share leaked information from reliable and trusted sources. However, the Pixel 5 renders above come from an as yet unproven source, so we are approaching them with heavy skepticism. And I appreciate them saying that. David Kowalski, who goes by the handle XLeak7, is the source for the images above. He has only been in the leaking game for a few months now, so he hasn't had time to build a solid reputation. Also, the last time we shared leaked renders from Kowalski was for the Samsung Galaxy Note 20, and his renders don't look very much like the real renders Samsung accidentally leaked last week. So there you go. I mean, if that's any proof, that might be it right there. In other words, it's very possible the Google Pixel 5 could look like the images shared here, but don't bet everything on that just yet. Over the next few weeks, we'll surely see other leaks from more reliable sources that will either corroborate or disprove Kowalski's info. Stay tuned. And then, that was the Droid Life article. Oh, no, that was okay. And then I have another article here from Droid Life. I just wanted to combine I wanted to combine both since we were talking about it anyway. This article from Droid Life says, supposed Pixel 5 renders show a familiar phone design and a fingerprint reader. So should a Google Pixel 5 show up in October of this year, like so many Pixel devices have over the past 4 years, the phone could be the first attempt from Google at taking its top tier phone line in a new direction. And what they're talking about again is, not using a Snapdragon 865, not using the highest chipset, and using a quote mid-ranger chipset instead. Through a series of images shared that are supposedly based on leaked CAD drawings, just like we saw with the Note 20 Ultra renders that turned out to be correct, you may be seeing a first look at the Pixel 5 here. The device, as you probably already said out loud as you browsed this post, looked eerily similar to the supposedly canceled Pixel 4a XL. Oh, okay, yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, there's going to be no Pixel 4a XL as far as the rumors go, just the Pixel 4a. These look like all the same info from the last article, except here it says there isn't a headphone jack here, and the display measures in at around 5.78 inches. We have bottom situated speaker holes next to a USB-C port. None of this looks shockingly fresh or new. What might be interesting, assuming these are legit, is the lack of a Soli or motion sense setup on this Pixel 5 device. With a Snapdragon 765 5G display without all of the excessive bezels or notches, a rear fingerprint reader, and a possible $700 price tag. Are you down with this? I don't know. I mean, I appreciate a rear fingerprint reader, but it says here update. It looks like OnLeaks isn't quite sold on these renders, and his track record is quite good with CAD render reveals. So yeah, who knows how good these leaks are, or how solid these renders are. Maybe it's just something that came out, and people try to get the leaks out as quickly as they can. I mean, maybe without much validity, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind a device like this. I wouldn't mind if this is what the Pixel 5 looked like. I really would welcome a rear fingerprint reader. I think that would be a welcome addition to a Pixel 5. As long as the cameras are good, as long as the battery is good, as long as the build quality is good, I couldn't complain. I think that would be a solid phone. I say it questioningly, I say it like, we'll see. But I don't know. Well, we'll see what you guys think. I haven't gotten to chat. So let's scroll back up. Let's read into it. So let me see here. So Marcus was talking about, the next Pixel, hoping they don't ditch face unlock, and we'll see if they do. Saksham is saying if they repeat their face unlock again with the 5, it'll not come to India just like the 4. That's also a really good point. Hopefully that's something that they would fix this time around. Although, how could they if it's completely banned in India, if they don't use that specific band or whatever, right? So let's see here. Hackney Man says, oh, and is the Nord based on the Oppo Reno 3 Pro 5G Turbo Hyper Fighting Championship Edition Street Fighter reference right there? If so, what are the OnePlus team designing in their dock? Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Hackney Man, because I think a lot of people are saying that the OnePlus Nord is very similar to, and I don't know if this is the one you're talking about. I'm assuming it is the Oppo Reno 3 Pro 5G. I haven't had time to look at it. I did have another article, but I'm not going to get into that today. They were talking about the launch date of the Nord, and I think they confirmed. I have it right here just to put it up really quick. July 21st. I think it's going to be launched in India, but I'm not really going to get into that today. We're way past our time here, and I have a ton to do, so I'm not going to really get into that at this point. But I want to get through the rest of the chat here just before I close this up. So Paul is saying the Pixel 5 Lite, 5, and the XL. So yeah, I mean, that could be a thing. That really could be a thing. But if OnLeaks is not really sold on this render, then who knows how good this render is going to be. Again, I would love to see it be the final version. I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind a rear fingerprint reader, but who knows? Who knows? Big House is saying Google is throwing everyone off. They might well be, man. Brian also says Google should just go back to the capacitive rear fingerprint reader and drop the price by omitting the slower in-screen ones. There you go. Ahmed is in here. Ahmed Humesadine. Hopefully I said that right again. Hey Jerome, what's up? I hope that the Pixel 5 will keep the same design leaked by JP, and we all wish that this phone will have the Snap 775G. I would love that, Ahmed. I think we're all very optimistic that the Pixel 5 is going to kill it, but all I can do is give you the shrug emoji. That's all I can give you. I want those things too, Ahmed, but who knows? Anyway, welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Let's see here. Big House says, agree, Brian. I'm not a fan of the on-screen fingerprint besides the OnePlus 7 Pro blazing fast. I'm the same way. I'm not the biggest fan of in-display fingerprint readers as well. I haven't had a chance to test it on the OnePlus 7 Pro though. But yeah, I would have to really try something that would give me that same kind of experience. Let me see here. Brian says they're going to copy Apple Pixel 5, Pixel 5 Pro. And the Pixel 5 Pro Max, the Max. So let's see here. Brian also says, please let the Pixel 5 look like this rather than the ugly face on the back design that is not viable. Brian also says 700 for a high mid-ranger. Nope. iPhone 12 looking more enticing. And that's something that I've always been pushing about, or at least saying, is if iPhone 12 prices at $650, the Pixel 5 is going to be a hard sell. It's definitely going to be a hard sell if it sells for $700. I'm with you there. Lucas Dvorak. Hey, Lucas, what's going on? Joined late. I use Aurora Store and YouTube TV or YouTube Advanced and Micro G on my P40 Pro. Lucas, thank you for sharing that. I will keep those notes on there as well. Some apps are complaining about missing GMS, but work anyway. You should be fine without GMS. Lucas, thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you sharing that feedback. Appreciate you chiming in. Like I cannot wait to use it. Just even guys, even picking up this phone just feels so good in the hand. I can't, it really feels like a heavier version of my iPhone 11 Pro. That's the best way I can put it right now. That is what it feels like. It feels really good in the hand. Okay, so let me see here. Lucas says, if you really miss GMS, check out XDA developers. And I will, people have given me links. They've given a lot of good advice, but I, like you, Lucas, I'm going to just try to go without Google services for now and, see how that goes for the next couple of days. Ishrak, I might have seen you before. I'm not sure. Ishrak Mirza, welcome, man. Hey, Jerome, where'd you purchase the P40 and you installed Google services on it? Kind of miss Huawei in the US. So Ishrak, if you're still here, like I said, I am not going to be using Google services on it. I think for the first month, I'm just going to try to use without it. I think the only thing that I might try to use is YouTube, and maybe just use the Chrome version or whatever. I haven't really thought about it yet. Lucas had some good advice on what to use, so I might try that as well. But I bought this phone from Wonda Mobile, WONDA mobile.com. I don't even think they're .com. I think they're a UK site, but super fast shipping. I paid £1,040 for it. It ended up being $1,300, about $1,300 US, but super fast shipping. I think I ordered it on Tuesday or Wednesday and it came on Friday, except DHL didn't deliver it. I had to go get it at the airport at O'Hare or around O'Hare Airport and pick it up there, but Chicago O'Hare. But yeah, real quick. And yeah, I was really surprised at how quickly it came. So props to Wonda Mobile, props to Grant. Grant's the one who recommended. If you don't know who Grant S is, you guys should definitely check him out. He is a great YouTuber. He's a supporter of this channel, and he's been very helpful in helping me just try to find what I'm looking for. So props to Grant too. And then Big House with a $5 super chat. Big House, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got your P40 Pro Plus. Look forward to your camera comparisons. Look out for that. Yeah, I owe you guys a ton of comparisons and they're coming. So appreciate the support, Big House. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody with the support and the super chats. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much again. Okay, yeah, Brian's saying thanks for every super chat today. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Ishrak is saying, to be honest, from a Note 9, I might get the Pixel 5 as long as they provide a good battery and a wide angle lens. That's all I ask. I mean, I ask for those things too, Ishrak. I also just want them to really improve their main sensor, though. That's something that I want this year. I really didn't see that much of a difference from a 3 and a 4, a Pixel 3 and a Pixel 4. So for the 5, I would really like them to really improve the main sensor, but who knows what Google's going to do. Ishrak also says, yeah, you should try out what Lucas is using. He's using a modified version of YouTube where there are no ads and additional features. Oh, man. I will check that out. Thank you for adding that. Thank you for adding that input in there. I'll definitely have to check that out. Thank you guys. You guys have put in so much. You guys put in so much input today as far as browsers and what mail apps to use and everything. You guys are like lifesavers with that. And you guys help support. You guys help offset the price of my P40 Pro Plus with all your super chats too. So guys, thank you again so much. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Really, I cannot thank you guys enough. It was a really good stream today. And with that being said, guys, I think that is where we're gonna leave it. I do want to thank everybody today. I hope this unboxing was enjoyable. I know that people have done a ton of unboxings already, and you guys have probably seen it to death. To be honest with you, I have never seen a P40 Pro Plus unboxing. I think a lot of you know me already. I don't really watch a lot of other tech channels. And it's not because I don't want to. I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's just, I like tech, but I also just kind of do my own thing because I try not to be biased, right? I try to give you a like this first impression. Opening this Huawei P40 Pro Plus, it's the first time I've ever seen what was in it, what it had, what it came with. I knew nothing about it. I mean, I've read articles and whatever, and so I get a little glimpse of it, but hopefully that was still entertaining. It gives you guys a first impression of what someone else sees through these eyes, and I'm glad I was able to share that with you. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been able to even like really get all of this going. So thank you guys so much. Again, before I go, if you guys haven't had a chance, please feel free to like the stream. It just helps support me. If you guys don't know, I stream weekdays, Mondays through Fridays at 2 p.m. Central, the same time every day. So if you guys want to get notified, please consider being a subscriber. And I'm going to leave it at that. I think that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys again so much. Come back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central. I will give you thoughts on the P40 Pro Plus, like the first 24 hours using it. We'll talk about it, and we'll do this all over again. Hopefully, there's going to be some other news out there as well, but I will share everything that I have. Thank you guys again so much. That's it for today. Here comes the outro. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye, guys.